What's up guys, Dan here again. In today's video I'm going to talk about a little known product research method that I believe nobody else is doing, maybe a few experienced sellers, but I've been selling on Amazon FBA for a while now and I've tried a lot of different product research methods out there and I find myself coming back to a few, and this is one of the few that I find myself coming back to, and actually I've been using this one specifically very recently a lot just because it really allows you to, when everybody runs one way, it really allows you to run the other way, right? Because all of my success in business has come from, kind of like going against the herd and going against what everybody is saying. And so that's why I think that if you're out there and you're trying to start making money online, if you're trying to start an Amazon FBA business, if you're trying to start e-commerce, you're trying to get into e-commerce and you're trying to find that perfect product to sell, then I highly recommend using this technique that I'm about to show you in this video, because I believe that it really allows you to separate yourself from the rest of the herd, from the rest of, like the 99% of people trying to find products on Amazon, trying to make money online. All right, so for this technique, we're going to use Jungle Scout. Whoops, it disappeared. So we're going to use Jungle Scout, and as you can see, these are all the categories. So I'm going to select the categories that are the best for private labeling, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be doing private labeling on Amazon FBA, and it's what all my videos are about. All my videos are about private labeling, and what private labeling is you create your own brand, and you find a supplier in China, or it can be in America or anywhere else in the world really, but primarily it's in China, and you find a product that's already selling on Amazon. It's not too competitive, and a product that you can really, go in there and improve something. Maybe there is like an improvement that needs to be done or that can be done. You go in there, you improve it, you create a brand out of that product, and then now, you've got your own brand, and you don't have to see any of your inventory because it goes from China, directly from China, all the way to the Amazon warehouse in the United States, where you pay Amazon a fee, and pretty much Amazon, ships out your orders to your customers and all that kind of stuff, right? I've got a ton of videos explaining step by step how to start Amazon FBA, like how it actually works. And so, if you don't know how it works at all, if you're just watching this video for the first time, I highly recommend checking those videos out. But let's go ahead and get started with the product research technique. So let's select some categories. So we're going to do, let's see here, baby, beauty and personal care. We can do arts and crafts. We can also do health and household, home and kitchen. I've made a lot of money in beauty. Beauty is one of my favorite categories. And I actually started in beauty back when it was, gated, and now it's not even gated anymore, which means like anybody can sell on beauty. And now let's do patio, lawn and garden, pet supplies, sports and outdoors, tools and home improvement. And we can also do industrial and scientific. It's you can find a lot of weird things in there, but yeah, the weirder the stuff is on Amazon. I mean, there's a lot of things on Amazon that we'll see in this product research video, and you'll see, and you're just like, wow, like this is making $20,000 or $30,000 a month, and you're just absolutely mind blown because you're just like, how is that even possible, right? So industrial and scientific, kitchen and dining is a good one, office product is a good one, and toys and games is also good. And now, here is what most people do. So they'll put, minimum price, they'll put $10, maximum price, $25. And for maximum reviews, they'll put 30. By the way, this is the Jungle Scout product database. This comes with the web app subscription of Jungle Scout, and pretty much it's a month-to-month subscription. And, I recommend using it for the months that you need to do product research. So you can just sign up for a month. And if you don't need to do any more product research, like if you found your product and you're focused on launching it, then you don't need to pay, all the extra month, right? You can just cancel. So yeah, minimum reviews. This is what most people do. They'll put in like 30 max reviews. Sometimes they'll put in a max weight of 1.5 pounds, right? Because a lot of people are scared of shipping costs, right? Now, here's what we're going to do. And this is where the technique really differentiates itself from the rest of new Amazon sellers, the rest of the people that are trying to find products on Amazon. So what I've been doing is, this is what we're going to do. We're going to type in here $32.75, all right? And then max price, we won't put a max price. For maximum reviews, we'll put 126. Maybe we'll put 78. Let's just put 78. That way we'll make sure we'll find really uncompetitive products. So 78 reviews. And then for the minimum revenue, we'll put 12,775. All right. And now we're going to hit search. So let's just hit search. And so we'll just give it a second here. It's loading all the results. All right, so now we've got a list of the products. We've got 92,000 results. That's a lot to go through, but we'll go through like a lot of the pages here together. And I'm gonna show you guys, just how this product research technique really shines here. And as you can see, I put the minimum price at $32, all right? So this is how Amazon works. Anybody that sells on Amazon realizes this pretty early. if you sell on Amazon and your product, the price of your product, let's say, is $10, right? That doesn't leave you any room for profit, PPC, and things like that, right? Because, if you're selling on Amazon and you're private labeling, you have to make sure that you're covering the costs of the product with your Chinese supplier, with the shipping, with the costs for the FBA fees, which are the fees that Amazon takes, right? And, then you want to leave some room for PPC, and you also want to have a healthy profit. And a healthy profit on Amazon is anything above like 40%. Anything above 40%. 35 is really like on the low end, right? And a really good profit margin would be about 50%. Now, if you're like selling a product for $12 and $13, it gets really hard to really make a high profit, right? To make $10, $15 of profit per unit, right? Because obviously your product only costs $13. So you're lucky to even get like $6 or $5 in profit. But this way, right? If we're going to do a minimum price of like $32, right? If we're going to find a product that's $35, $40, right? Let's say we find a product to source from China for like, $3, $4, right? And then we sell it on Amazon for $35 or $40. Right? That's an absurd amount of profit. And that way you're really going to make like $15, $20 profit per unit, even $25 profit per unit. And then if you find a product that you can sell for $100, right? Then you're really like, with the big boys, you're really like selling and making a profit of like $50, $60, $70 per unit, right? And that's definitely possible. Like so many sellers on Amazon are doing this, and I've actually made a lot of money selling high priced products. So that's why I highly recommend checking this out. And another thing that I want to say is most Amazon beginners, most people that are just trying to find a product on Amazon, they really they put in a maximum price of $25, right? So this allows you to see all of the products that nobody is searching for, because people are just focused on selling something for $20, $25 because that's what everybody's been taught. So so I hope you guys are excited to take a look at these products. So let's just see what we've got here. So high capacity premium stainless steel clothes drying rack. So this one is big, right? And that's another thing. Like I said, if everybody's going one way, you want to go the other way, right? And so even if this is big, right, it's selling for $50. And as you can see, we've got $18 fee, so our net profit is $31.29. That's what Jungle Scout is saying, right? So, if this costs us $9 or $10 to source, maybe, $5 to ship, right, per unit, but we still have a profit of $15, right? And another amazing thing about finding products in this range here, especially at the higher prices, is that it leaves out so much of the, the negative sellers on Amazon. Just all the very scummy sellers that are just trying to, hijack each other, right? If you find a product that's selling for $20, $25, right, it's very common to find a lot of competition that's just trying to shut you down. Even if you do make money, right, you might face like hijackers. This is like for the products that are making 80, 90,000, 100,000 a month, right? In my opinion, I would rather have 10 products making 10K a month than one product making 100K a month, because I know that in the 10K a month products, they're very low key. They're on the, nobody's kind of looking at them because they're like, oh, it's just 10K, but 10K is more money. It's like double, the average monthly salary of most people in North America, right? So, you guys got to remember these things. So, like I said, my point is that, if there's still a profit to be made, and even if it is still big and the fees are high, well, if there's profit to be made and if there's demand, then do it by all means. All right, so let's see what we've got here. So do not enter sign. I wouldn't do that. It's very generic. Wedding disposable plastic plates has actually been a very big niche, and I actually personally know people that have made money with this, but we'll see. Foot and calf shiatsu massager. This one is selling for $300, right? And I'm sure that you can source this if we go on Alibaba.com, and let's just take a look just to see how much this would cost us approximately. All right, so let's see. Foot and calf shiatsu, and that would find us our massager here. Okay, so let's take a look. So this is the one that we want. It's this vertical one, and it's black and white. So, I mean, we've got a pretty similar one here for $70 per unit. And then if we keep going, I mean, it's literally $65, $68. Yeah, and it has its own logo on it, and then it's got the controls at the top. So this one's slightly different. This one is $130. This one's like a luxury one. You can probably get that down, but even then, this one's selling for $300, and this is selling at $130 per unit. Of course, if you're just starting out and you're trying to do this product, obviously it's very expensive. But as you can see, the profit is very high, right? You're not making $10 profit per unit. Suddenly, you're making $100 profit per unit, $150 profit per unit, or more. So that could be an idea. Let's keep looking at what other products we got here. Okay, so for some reason, these towels are $900. That might be a glitch. Yeah, okay, so let's just keep going. Let's see what we've got. And it's also a good idea to put a minimum amount of reviews. So maybe we'll put 6, right? Because that way it will show us products that aren't completely, sometimes the revenue just goes crazy for some reason. So, All right, so let's keep going here. Beer tap handle. I don't even know what that is, but it's a 100 set of something. And it has the seller has 20 reviews. And if we scroll down to Keepa, there you go. That means they've been selling since July. They've been selling well since July. And if we pull up our Jungle Scout here, let's see how much they're making. $32,000 a month, and with 20 reviews, that's awesome. One thing to remember is that if, like it's selling at $223 per unit, obviously, so that's only 145 monthly sales. That's something important to remember, that they're not selling a ton of units, but they're definitely making a ton of profit every single unit. And then we've got some plastic spoons, stainless steel sauce cups. Like something like this, it could be a good idea, but you really can't differentiate it. And it's also brand dominated. It's probably a private labeled brand. If something is dominated by a really, really large, like multi-million, billion dollar brand, then I would stay away because they have a much bigger budget than you. And like this technique applies for products that are, just anything above the $25, $30 range, because it will really allow you to see products that nobody is even considering doing because they see the price. Like, okay, that's probably too expensive to ship, right? Well, you don't have to get 1,000 units. You don't have to get 500 units, right? Something here was cool. Okay, so this is definitely private labeled. Like the seller is free ship furnishings. So this one is a computer desk at $65. There's not much profit with that, so we'll skip it because it's a computer desk. And that's just me guessing. A wireless driveway alarm. Okay. Glass beads for indoor outdoor fire pits. That could be good. And it makes you think it's seasonal, but in reality, people use fire pits in the winter and in the summer. So they're just beads for a fireplace. So if we pull up Jungle Scout, we can see, okay, for some reason it's not showing. Maybe if we refresh, we'll wait. But it is number 25. It's ranked number 25 in decorative in this category here. Let's just click. It's ranked number 25 in decorative fire pit glass pellets. Wow, okay. Another great way is to see, just like not only look at the product that you're looking at, but just see the whole picture for the whole niche, right? Because like my best product ideas have come through me clicking on a product and then just looking at the whole, the bigger picture of the niche. And then I find a product that I had no idea existed that wasn't even on the Jungle Scout web, and then it turned out to be profitable. So that's also another great way. Let's keep going here. And when you're looking at these products, one thing you want to make sure is to just ask yourself if it's something that you can create a brand out of, because, I really want you guys to like make it long term, not just make some money, for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So just always try to be building a brand. In the back of your head, always be thinking about the brand that you're building. So, okay. If you've got something like this, just repeating like that, you want to exclude it at the top. You can just type in blackout battery roller shade. Okay, double door sliding barn door hardware kit. Let's take a look at this. Selling for $140, 75 reviews. That's a good sign. And they've been selling for 265 days. They ran out of stock here. By the way, this is Keepa right here, and it's one of the best tools that has helped me with my own Amazon FBA business. And I show how to use this like step by step because it's a little bit difficult to interpret the graphs. I'm not going to go really in depth in this video. The green line is what we're looking at, but in the Ecom Freedom course, which is my course that comes with my own mentorship, so you have access to me one-on-one, I go in depth and I show how to use this. So the link for that is right down below. But if we look at this one, they've been out of stock for a little bit here, and then if you look at all the other time it's been selling, it's been kind of like up and down. Let's take a look at the Jungle Scout. So 14,000 a month, selling 100 units a month, which is also great news because it means you don't have to really tie up you don't have to buy a lot of units, right? So you don't have to make an order of 10,000 units. Obviously they're more expensive probably to order, but this one right here looks really good. So let's just go scroll up, and then we will go to all departments, and let's search for what would be the main keywords here. This is an important step a lot of people miss. You want to make sure that you are searching for the keywords for the product. So this would be barn door hardware kit. All right, so then we will pull up our Jungle Scout, and this will allow us to see how, if it's good or not. All right, so, okay, like actually pretty good. Nobody's in the thousands of reviews. A lot of sellers making a lot of money. And even though the opportunity score, by the way, this is just supposed to help help you. Like if you're just starting, this is a total complete estimate. All right. So it's up to you. And especially if you're a more experienced seller like me, like you can tell whether it's good or not. Right. So like right here, we've got someone with 71 reviews making 26,000 in revenue, right? 27 reviews making 4,000. So this could be a decent product to get into, and it's at the higher price point too. So, you're making like $50, $60, $80 profit per unit, right? And as you can see, fees here, $35, that leaves you $100. Let's say it costs, $30, $40 from the Chinese supplier, and that's at the high end, right? That leaves you with $60 profit per unit. All right, let's keep going here. Plant pot perfectly fits modern plant. All right, let's bump up the revenue here. Let's bump it up to minimum of 17,885. Actually, let's bump it up to 24,776. I'm putting random numbers just because it's the best way. Most people, the way the brain works is most people put 25 or 20 or 15 or 10, right? They think in multiples of 5 or 10. That's why we want to go that extra step, and we really want to see the products that nobody else is seeing just by putting in random numbers. Right? It doesn't take us any extra time, right? These fireplace fire beads are really interesting, actually. So if we Google them, fire glass beads. So let's just type in fire glass beads. Let's see what pops up. If it's good, if it's not. I wouldn't think that it's too competitive here. All right, so not competitive at all. Let's pull up our Jungle Scout. All right, so this one's actually very good. $22,000 a month, 474 reviews. Opportunity score shows a 7. Like I said, don't trust the opportunity score all the way. It's just an estimate, right? And so are these numbers. These are not accurate numbers. This is just a very advanced algorithm that Jungle Scout, the software, the people that created the software, have created, which in reality is very accurate, right? This is based on the bestseller rank and a lot of other things, and this has been around for a while. So they've continuously optimized it, and I tried different product research tools, and I always found myself coming back to Jungle Scout because in my head it's it works, right? So why fix it if it's not broken, right? The old saying, right? Of course, if there's something better out there, then you should switch. But in my personal experience, this has been amazing. So that's why I highly recommend Jungle Scout. And if it says 22,939, right, there's something that you can do to track it, right? So I'm going to show you guys. You can actually do this in Jungle Scout, right? So if we go to our product tracker here, let's scroll up. So just hit product tracker. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our link right here, the link of the product that we want to see. Like if we want to actually see if it's making, 22,000, 23,000 or whatever it says, and then we paste it in here, add product. Okay, so that means it's never been tracked before. So right now what Jungle Scout's going to do is it's going to track it by itself for the next couple of days. So you can come back in 3-4 days and it's going to show you exactly how many units it's selling per day. And this is just a better method of doing this manually. You can do this manually. The manual way would be to add to your cart, and it would be to set the quantity to 999. So it'd be like this. And right here in your cart, you would set the quantity to 999. And this would show you how many they have in stock. So 42 available. So, if they're selling a lot, if they're selling 10, 20 a day, this should be 22 tomorrow when you check. You want to make sure that you're checking 24 hours later, right? But like I said, Jungle Scout can do this for you. If you really want to make sure, if you really want to be extra careful, then you can do it yourself by all means. But this is a great product right here, this these fire glass beads. And, I think that it wouldn't be seasonal because people need, these beads in their fire pits in the winter and in the summer. It's something that people use year round, right? That's another important thing to take note of, the seasonality of products. But like I said, I have a ton of videos covering this stuff, and then it's all covered in the Ecom Freedom course as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys can see how powerful of a technique it is, or just how powerful of a mindset shift it is to really try going in the other way when everybody is going in one way. I guarantee you will find an amazing product if you follow this method, and if you find a product that's really selling at $36, $40, $50, and you're not going to run into any of the any of the bad things, any of the insane competition that's trying to shut you down on Amazon, the really bad people on Amazon, right? Just like with any business model, there are going to be people that are trying to cheat. They're trying to really just profit at the expense of someone else, and those people will never succeed, and they'll never be happy with their lives anyway. So that's why I'm trying to give you guys this mindset shift in finding these products. We just found a product that's making 23 or 24,000 a month, and I can guarantee you there's not a lot of competition for this product because people aren't just looking for it. People aren't finding it in Jungle Scout or any of the other product research tools. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat. There is a free training right down below if you guys want to learn step by step how to start an Amazon FBA business, everything you need to know. And the training is limited in space. There's only 1,000 seats in there, and that's the software. Don't know why it does that, but the link for that is also below as well. All right, so hope you guys guys enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in the passive income lifestyle. If you guys really want to live an epic life of freedom and fulfillment and just amazing entrepreneurship, all right? Just, having a booming online business and just being a baller entrepreneur. So subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.